হ্যালো,
শোনা যায় ভাই?
আমাকে শোনা যায়?
হ্যাঁ, শোনা যায়, শোনা যায়। লাউড এন্ড ওরে প্রবাবল উইনার অফ SSWB. Our guest is here. I'm getting the management panel ready. New representative আজকে from Shiki Goodies Limited, everyone. We have our esteemed guest over here already. আমাদের probable winner of SSWB এই তো। Okay, আমাদের second media partner চলে আসছে উইকলি।
এই তুই
Where is?
সানগ্লাস পরলে আমিও একটা কুল ফ্যান্সি সানগ্লাস পরবো।
আমার তো এটা ডিফারেন্ট রিপ্রেজেন্টেটিভ। কোন ফ্যান্সি সানগ্লাস? গতকালকে আমার অর্গানাইজেশন কি তোর মতন বালের ছোট একটা অর্গানাইজেশন নাকি?
এই ব্রো
ঠিক আছে, পাক অফ।
আমরা পার্ট করি। চোখে দেখবো না কিছু, এটা সত্যি।
দেখছেন সাদন ভাই, আপনার স্ট্রিম আটকে গেছে কেন?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, আমি ছিলাম না। রুবাব কই?
রুবাব ভাই আসতেছে একটু পরে।
I appreciate Rubab's question.
ওকে। Guys, we will be starting in a while.
আল্লাহ, সাধন ভাই আগে থেকে এসে বসে আছেন কেন?
আচ্ছা, পরে আসবো। আচ্ছা, আমি পরে আসতেছি, জানাই।
আমি আপনাকে আমরা বলতেছি আপনাকে
সাহেব, তোর চারটি দেখা যাচ্ছে, পাঠাক।
সাহেব এটা কি? এটা লাইভে?
এটা কেমন হয়ে গেছে?
থার্ড মিডিয়া হাউস চলে আসতেছে।
আচ্ছা, ঠিক করেন। না, আমি এটা পড়বো না, ভালো লাগতেছে না, আরাম নেই, চোখে দেখি না কিছু।
তোর মতন ছোট মিডিয়া হাউস আমার না, ঠিক আছে?
তোদের অর্গানাইজেশনের কিট কি ম্যানচেস্টার ইউনাইটেডের কিট?
Yes, yes, the greatest fucking team in the world.
তোদের অর্গানাইজেশনে সবাই কি ম্যানচেস্টার ইউনাইটেডের কিট পরে থাকে?
Yes, the best organization in the world.
ও ওয়াও, ম্যানচেস্টার ইউনাইটেডের মতো শিট জিনিস খুব কমই দেখছি, বাট হোয়াটএভার।
কি করতেছি? আমি একটা ভুল জিনিস দিয়ে দিছি সবার কাছে। I'm really sorry guys.
কি দিয়ে দিছিস?
দাঁড়া, we have 3 viewers as of now. Just a second.
কোয়েশ্চেন গুলো তো হারায় ফেলাইতেছি বলে।
দাঁড়া।
দোস, এই মাহাদিকে কোয়েশ্চেন সেট দিস।
হ্যাঁ, মাদি আছে। What question? These are all person, এগুলো দোস্ত, we are not live. আমরা দেখতে তো পারবো।
আমরা লাইভে?
বাল।
তেরি বাদ দে, বেড়া নেই। I was wrong. What are you guys talking about? সব মাহাদির গুটি। তো ঘুম লাগতেছে। আজকে আসিফ সাজ্জাদ আসছিল।
হ্যাঁ, দেখলাম। আসিফ সাজ্জাদ কই এখন?
বা এখন চলে গেছে ওর ফ্রেন্ডের সাথে আড্ডা দিতে। আরে আমার বাসায় ছাদে একজন ক্রিকেট খেলতে আসে, অ্যাপারেন্টলি আসিফ সাজ্জাদ ওর খুব ভালো ফ্রেন্ড। সো আমি আসিফ সাজ্জাদ ওর ছবি পাঠাইছি, আসিফ সাজ্জাদ নগদে কল দিছে, কল দিয়ে বলে ভাই আপনি কই, আমি আসতেছি।
স্টোরিজ অফ আসিফ সাজ্জাদ।
Daily lives of Asif Sajjad. Himmel.
Daily life.
Obviously, Himmel. No, never forget his real name.
Daily life of Asif Sajjad.
তারপরে যেহেতু এটা লাইভে, সো এটাও বলি যে আসিফ সাজ্জাদ এসে জয়েন খাইছে।
জয়েন্ট আবার কি জিনিস?
এটাই তো লাইক দ্য কিডস
ওকে, উই হ্যাভ আমাদের আজকে একটা নতুন মিডিয়া হাউস জয়েন করতে আমাদের সাথে। ও পিজি
Oh, guys.
পিজি 13 নো
আল্লাহ আল্লাহ আল্লাহ, এটা আমি হাইড করে
আল্লাহ।
রাখছি। PG-13 হয়ে গেছে নামটা। সম্ভব না, সম্ভব না গাইস।
এটা পিজি 13 ও নো, সবাই দেখতেছে।
নয়, তোকে আমি এখন একটা এইসব বাদে তোকে একটা সানগ্লাস দেখাই আমি। তোরে দেখাইছি কিনা জানি না, বাট দেখি।
ঠিক আছে।
কিন্তু এই সেক্সি
এই আমার কাছে তো কোনো জার্সি নাই। ডু আই নিড আ জার্সি টু বি হিয়ার?
নো নো, দেখ এটা দেখ।
সেক্সিস ইয়ার মধ্যে কোনো ওদের কোনো ইয়া নেই? কি
না,
ধরনের কথা?
সেক্সিস পাওয়ারের মধ্যে আসলে আমরা উই টক অ্যাবাউট দ্য প্লেয়ার্স who are not that good in the pitch but who are really good in the bed like Sadnan Shibab. বুঝতে পারছেন?
Oh my
The
god,
captain.
what is it?
Okay,
So
I think-
we are representing all the guys who can rock your girlfriend in the bed but they can't do anything in the pitch. I myself include in that. So
আচ্ছা, আমার কথা কি শোনা যায়?
হ্যাঁ শোনা যায়।
ওয়েট,
আল্লাহ। আমি এখন আবার বন্ধ করে দিই, সম্ভব না। এই তুই আজকে ব্রাজিল পরে আসছিস?
তাহলে কি আমি সোশ্যাল অকওয়ার্ডনেস এর মতো ধ্রুব ভাইয়ের মতো একটা সিগারেট জ্বালাইতে পারি?
না ধরা।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ অবশ্যই অবশ্যই।
প্রেস
মাশাআল্লাহ মাশাআল্লাহ।
কনফারেন্স আমরা ওপেন এয়ার প্রেস কনফারেন্স করতে, সো এইসব নিয়ে কিছু যায় আসে না।
Okay guys, so welcome to our আমি একটু দাঁড়া আমি let me share this on Facebook first. Let me share this on Facebook.
Hey man, you're giving me more anxiety. More people are gonna watch me. What the hell?
You're fucking hot, man. Why the fuck do you care?
I know I'm the hottest guy in this whole weekend brawl. You don't have to say that.
You do look pretty good, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Like look at you as Simon পাশাপাশি. Like what the fuck?
তোর পাশাপাশি দেখলে তুই তো মুভিস
And
করে আসছিস,
just like that, our esteemed guest for the day is here. Thank you very much, Mr. Sadnan Shibab, for joining us.
Hello, bro.
As he self-proclaims himself to be Sadnan the Mastermind Shihab. ঠিক আছে, এখন
Absolutely
আজকে দেখা যাবে যে if this is true or not. Just give me one moment. Let me just share the link on our group, and then we can begin.
Who is sexy is power? Is it who is this? Sexy is
এটা
power.
আমাদের নতুন একটা মিডিয়া হাউস।
Oh,
ওদের কাজটা হচ্ছে they talk about
I would like to introduce myself.
Please
Sexist
introduce
Power,
yourself.
we are a new media group in this weekend brawl. We represent the players who are not really good in the pitch, but they're extremely good in the bed. One of the main examples being probably the winner of the next SSW.
That's a big honor. That's a big honor, but that's still
কিন্তু
a mystery.
cheap shot from this media house যে বলতেছে যে probably not a good player on the field. Probably not a good player on the field. Cheap shot from this media house. Very cheap shot from this media house.
আজকে কি আমরা মাস্ক প্রমোট করতেছি? Do I need to wear mask as well?
No,
This is a new person. This is a new person. My media house is not limited to one person. This is a new person.
no. I'm the spokesperson of my media house. I have esteemed journalists like Labib Afsar Ahmed as my.
I'm not going to reveal. I'm not going to reveal Rohan Khan as my journalist. ঠিক আছে? Okay.
Terrible journalist.
So guys, let me just begin by saying, let's begin our session for today. Let me just bring up our wait. Let me bring us আমার যে জার্নালিস্টরা ছিল ওরা হচ্ছে কোয়েশ্চেন সেট প্রিপেয়ার করছে আমাদের জন্য, and let me just bring up the
What
question.
questions are we talking about?
এটা just my journalist. I am Sajid. Fuck off. This was prepared by my journalist. এই লাবিব টাবিব এগুলো কেউ ট্রান্সফার দিন না। Yellow journalism. Do not believe in this journalism.
Me and my other journalists in my team, we are well aware of the questions that we are about to ask. We don't need to have a question set over here.
I think media house already fighting. Probably they're also gonna be
this
against
is
each
just
other
me
during the
ভাই
being
অনেক
brawl.
গরম ভাই, মাছ
no,
পাওয়া
this
যাবে
is
না।
just me being a sister concern of
Actually,
Fabrizio
I
Romano,
am way
whereas
too
he is
sexy to
bored of
wear a
sex.
mask. এটা possible না আমার জন্য।
এটা আমিও বিলিভ করি, আমিও এগ্রি করি।
Me being the sister
Shikdar,
concern of Fabrizio
Sadnan,
Romano.
Shikdar might.
bhai, thank you so much for joining us today. But
Pleasure,
একটু time
pleasure.
লাগতেছে because we're preparing some of the things, as you know,
Okay.
because আমাদের আসলে ম্যানেজমেন্ট কমিটিতে মানুষজন বেশি নাই. If anyone volunteers, মানে we don't pay you. That's why আমাদের আসলে বেশি মানুষ নেই.
Right. But yeah, coming back to the point of sexist power,
Yeah.
যে Shikdar needs to hide his face. এত কেলেঙ্কারি করছে জীবনে, so also
আমি
চোখও ঢেকে ফেলছে, এত
me?
জায়গা তাকাইছে চোখ দিয়ে, so
আস্তাগফিরুল্লাহ, never in a million years, ভাই,
see,
never
when
in
you
a
are when you're studied in BIS, মানে I don't expect
আমি
anything
হোম
good.
স্কুলড, আমি কোনো বিএসএ পড়ি নাই, আমি হোম স্কুলড, আমি এসএস এর
যারা
ছাত্র,
যারা যারা
আমি
যারা
ESS
শিকদারের ফেসবুকে আসছে দেখে নাও ছেলেটা কি বলতেছে, এরপর
আমি
তোমরা
ইএসএস এ পড়ছি, আমি
দেখো।
ইএসএস এ খেলতেছি, ইএসএস এর ছাত্র আমি।
জি,
ওকে,
সেটাই।
sexist power, kindly check inbox, kindly check inbox from time to time.
All right, I'm new here, so I
ইনবক্স বলে ফেসবুকের ইনবক্স বলছে।
Okay, so with that being said, let us begin our journey today. So once again, thank you for all the viewers যারা আমাদের সাথে জয়েন করছেন. You know that Super September Weekend Brawl is probably the biggest event of this, not just the decade, but the century. এরকম Olympics কেউ চলে না. Super September Weekend Brawl is the real shit. ঠিক আছে? Because we
Absolutely.
have the likes of Mustabinul Bari Dhrubo, Rubab Al Islam Sami, Mutasim Sawan Sadaf, and the biggest mastermind of all, the
Don't
probable
hype it,
winner
don't
of
hype it.
Super
right.
September Weekend Brawl, who is Sadnan Shibab. Oh, by the way, Sadnan Shibab bhai's girlfriend has recently joined our stream. Refi Apu, if you're watching
Hi,
this,
hi.
a big hello from all of us over here. Apu, hi দিছে আমাদের সবাইকে. Thank you so much, Apu. We have an audience now. We have 10 people with us. First of all, thank you so much.
এতগুলো?
আপনার,
Wow,
yes,
surprising.
exactly. আমাদের need I remind you, ধ্রুব ভাইয়ের পপুলারিটি যতই হোক না কেন, ওনার যখন আমরা স্টার্ট করছিলাম, we started with only 6 viewers, but when Sadnan Shibab shows his face, we have started with 10 viewers.
It's-
ঠিক আছে,
It's
record.
sexist power. It's for the sexist power.
A clap for Sadnan Shibab from all the media houses, please. Please turn off the stream, যেই দেখতেছো, ঠিক আছে, সবাই মিউট করে রেখো। Okay, so with that being said, thank you so much Sadnan bhai for making some time. আপনি আপনার ম্যানেজারিয়াল এই মাস্টারমাইন্ড ট্যাকটিক্স করার মাঝখানে অনেক বিজি থাকেন সব সময়, এন্ড সব সময় টাইমটা দেয়া মানে পসিবল হয় না, বাট থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ, আপনি ম্যানেজ করছেন আমাদের জন্য, এই যে আমাদের ক্রুশাল মিডিয়া হাউসেস এর জন্য আপনি টাইমটা ম্যানেজ করছেন। সো উইথ দ্যাট বিং সেড, আজকের রাউন্ডস অফ কোয়েশ্চেনস এন্ড অ্যানসার্স আমরা শুরু করি। একে আকাইমা মিডিয়া যারা আছে তাদের
হ্যাঁ।
ভিডিও অফ হয়ে গেছে, তাদের ভিডিও অফ হয়ে গেছে, সো আমরা করতে পারতেছি না। ওকে, সো we know the rules of the press conference. Rulesটা হচ্ছে we will raise our hands one by one, ঠিক আছে? So we will raise our hands one by one, and যে যাকে সিলেক্ট করবে সাদনান ভাই, সে হচ্ছে যাকে সিলেক্ট করবে সাদনান ভাই, সে হচ্ছে কোয়েশ্চেনটা করবে and সাদনান ভাই ওভাবে অ্যানসার দিবে. This is how it's going to go. So with that being said, let's begin our round. Where is sexist power? Sexist power কোথায় গেল?
সেক্স করতে probably.
Wait, I'm gonna come in properly.
This is going to be an uncensored press conference. এটা একটু I think 18 plus করে দিলে ভালো হইতো, unrated করে দিলে ভালো হইতো।
এটা
Anyways.
আসলে আমার ইউটিউব লিংকে ঢোকার সময় গাইস কাইন্ডলি মানে I am 18 years old ক্লিক করে ঢুকো if you are actually 18.
Yes, please.
Dholok, please leave the stream. You're not 18 yet.
Okay, Sex is power mona hai, jersey. Oh my god, sex is power.
Oh,
গলা
I'm
ঠিক কর,
su-
গলা ঠিক কর।
I'm sure he's wearing half pants down under. Oh, nice. I knew it. Shabash, shabash. বসে যাও, বসে যাও।
All right, very P. This is not PG-13 at all, guys. Okay, we can. Ghazi Shafat Bhai says hello. All right, viewers, if you guys have any questions, you can ask away at any time. So, with that being said, let's begin our question and answer session for the day.
Yes. So, sorry, Shikda, তুমি অনেক কথা বলছো. Take some rest. I'll start with sex is power.
Okay, so এখানে আমাকে একটু টাইম নিতে হবে আসলে যে কোনো
ঠিক আছে. I'll come back to you later.
our technical
আমি
team
তো-
is not being nice. Okay, so I would like to ask you this question, Mr. Sadnan Shibab, the mastermind. Where do you think you excel more and why? Are you the better CB or are you the better DM?
Okay. So, if I have to answer that, better CB or a better DM? So, one of my teammates, yeah, the other day made a very nice comment and a very appropriate comment that no matter how hard I try every week or every game, there will be one or two mistakes that will be coming from me, and that cost my team or the match entirely. So, আমি মনে করি আমি যদি ডিএম থেকে কোনো মিস্টেক করি, দিস এ 50% অফ দ্য চান্স যে আমার জন্য টিমটা হারতে পারে, বা দ্য 50% অফ দ্য চান্স উই মাইট লুজ বিকজ অফ ইট। আর আমি যদি সিবি থেকে মিস্টেকটা করি, 100% আমি উই আর লুজিং বা 100% উই আর কনসিডিং। So I personally want to put myself in a DM role. However, there is a lot of competition, and I'm still not the best in any of the position. So I would like to play myself in the DM, and why? Because I truly believe one thing that I have, that no matter একটা player pro clubs একটা player আমার থেকে skill অনেক বেশি হতে পারে, but something that I really have is first time passing sense, which I truly believe যে যে কোনো টিমের জন্য is an asset, which is undervalued for this time being, but people will get to know eventually when they get to play more with me. Yes,
That answers my
একটু
question.
একটু সেলফ মার্কেটিং was also needed, because সামনে দেখা যাবে আমি আর ক্যাপ্টেন না, আমাকে কেউ কিনবে না। Moving on.
Okay. For the
Next.
second question.
Yes, Shiki Guti leaks.
Okay. So, my question to you, Mr. Sadnan Shihab, is you claim to have won the weekend Brawl 4 based on your masterful tactics. Some might say you just got lucky since you made a fantastic team, but you only won by goal difference. In this case, you've commented multiple times that a win is a win. Do you not think saying such things is small club mentality or being a bit defensive, since you made this superstar studded team with Shikdar, obviously, Nafis Alom, Shafi bin Faisal, and you won by merely goal difference, whereas you should have annihilated the competition, but you still keep saying that a win is a win. So what are your thoughts on that? Isn't that small club mentality? Shouldn't you win with all that you have?
2 points that I would like to emphasize. Did I lose any of the match in that tournament? I guess the answer is no. And despite it was a goal difference, who came out as the winner of the Weekend Brawl League? The question that you got to ask, why is that? Because I was the winner of the Weekend Brawl League. So regardless of the fact that it was a goal difference or whatnot, I still became the winner.
But
again,
Mr. Sadnan Shihab, that's what I'm asking. Saying this is what our sources are saying. Most fans are saying that saying this is a small club mentality, that you're saying that a win is a win no matter what. I feel that you should put emphasis on the fact that you have a strong team, you put force on your leadership skills, and you win all the games very, with more goals and more, like more attacks and more goals. Buying marquee players and then winning by goal difference isn't. That's what I'm saying. Just a win is a win.
I think I got your point. You want to know what's my perspective towards the fact that when I say win is a win, is the ultimate goal for me or not?
Yeah.
So my opinion is yes. for me, even if people opinion varies, so I think. Achha, next second for the real truth on what Sadnan says about all of you. Achha, jai hok, I'll get back to that later. So, acha. For me, nah, definitely a win will always remain as a win. A victory will always remain as a victory, even if it's a small mentality. However, we participated in that tournament to come out as a winner. And in the history of football, not always the better team or the better performer won. It only the teams who put more effort has won. And about something that you mentioned about luck, there is a famous saying: "Fortune favors the brave." We came out as the most or as the more brave team, more courageous team. So yes, for me, will be the ultimate goal rather than
So,
playing good, whatever that is. For me,
so
win will be the ultimate goal.
this just in from Rohan, the rumor mill guy. So
Hmm.
apparently that is his tag. There's a follow-up question to this. The
Hmm.
follow-up question is related to Mustabinul Bari Bhai's comment on you having no leadership skills. He
Hmm.
claimed that you only won by goal difference, even after you had a fantastic team, only because you lack leadership skills. What do you have to say for this?
See,
He did say
we.
that you are a great manager, you are a
I
great
know, I know, I know.
auctioneer, but you do not
Hmm.
have leadership skills.
See, that's his opinion, definitely. But even he have, I mean, he pointed out something which I will not deny, and I will tell you why he feels that. I can also tell you why he made that point because he thinks, at least in pro clubs, I do not have that much of power or I do not have that much on থাকে না, empowerment or I'm not that vocal with my calls or with my approach. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm still not even the best player. I'm still not a notable player on the field. Right now, I'm just learning. I'm just trying to learn. And he might be right. I appreciate his comments. He might be very right. I might be lacking some leadership skills. And it is only because I still feel I'm still not the leader yet in the pro clubs. I'm not far away. I'm almost there. I'll get there soon and I'll still come back as a winner, where he will be only left as a motivational speaker, just like Sulaiman Shukran. I expect
Okay,
some claps.
okay. Claps from my end for sure. Okay, okay. Sadnan Shihab, ladies and gentlemen, never afraid to speak his mind. Thank you so much for your confidence.
Pleasure.
And thank you for so
Pleasure.
much for answering my questions. If anyone has another question. Oh, we have Radio Munna
Radio
joining with us.
Munda.
Oh, my favorite journalist, agency, Radio Munda.
I actually
Or
got promoted from Kaka Nani Dua yesterday for some of my very important questions. So I hope to be asking some very um, mind-boggling questions today.
so let's get on to the next question if anyone has one. Raise your hands if anyone has questions.
I think I'll take weak link. Sorry, weak links. My bad.
So, Mr. Sadhan Shibab, my question is
Yes.
that they call you the mastermind of mind games.
Hmm.
Clearly, you have the knack to win the auctions at the very least. Who
Hmm.
do you consider as your main competitor? Rubawal Islam Sami, Mutasim Sadaf, or Mustabinul Bari Dhrubo?
I'm gonna be very humble for this one time. For this one question, I'm not gonna sound even tiny bit arrogant. I'll be very humble because yes, you mentioned something rightly that I might have made a very good auction pick in my first weekend brawl, and on the very next weekend brawl where I was the captain, I was bamboozled by my fellow captain, by my fellow opposite captain Sadaf. So ekhane Dhruvo is fantastic with numbers. Sadaf is absolutely there to ruin my game plan, and Rubab I fear his composure on and off the pitch. So here, when I'll be making the team, I'll be standing up against three most worthy opponent, I would say.
Just in from WikiLeaks, Lavi Afsar Ahmed has came up with the rumor that Mr. Sadnan plans to buy Cat and Nick, who's probably one of the best left backs out there, and play him as a striker. What is your say on this?
I have already put it somewhere on my Twitter account. I want to buy him. I definitely want to buy him. He's my star player, but he's playing as a goalkeeper. My Lord Carrius he is.
That sounds about right.
Okay,
But,
so can we get to the next? Yes, Shikilix.
So a bit diplomatic. I think weekly. The answer that you gave to Weeklix is still a bit diplomatic. Like I expected the probable winner of Super September Weekend Brawl to have a little more, spine and balls over here to
No,
come
I
out
know,
and
I know.
say who is the, actual opponent.
Yeah, all right. In that case, if you really want a name, of course, I like I said, I started by saying that I want to be a little humble, but since you are bringing the worst out of me, which is pretty easy as it seems, because you finally did, so Rubab will be the toughest auctioneer. Sorry, not auctioneer, will be the toughest rival captain. Because কিছুদিন আগে when he made a team for a substitute captain, my good God, that was one weekend brawl when one team dominated the other by
This
far.
just in from Rohan's rumor mill that
Hmm.
you're very happy that there are 40 players in this weekend league because there are 4 teams. Because it would have been hard to sell Rubab off on a bluff this time around because everybody knows that you just want to increase his price and then let him go, and that you're happy that he's rather an auctioneer than a player right now. So this
No,
is
no, no,
from
no.
Rohan's rumor mills.
There is a problem with the statement itself. If I want to raise his price and then sell him off, why is it a good thing that he is captaining against me? তাহলে তো আমি অন্য ক্যাপ্টেনের দামটা অ্যাকচুয়ালি মানে টোটাল ক্রেডিটটা কমাইতে পারলাম না। And yes, I
আপনার
did
সাথে না
that in
সেটা ফাইন্যান্সেস নিয়ে চিন্তা করার জন্য।
হ্যাঁ মানে অফকোর্স এটা তো আমার টাফ আমার জন্য আচ্ছা 40 প্লেয়ার্স এর জন্য যেটা হইছে we all have our eyes set on 10 to 12 players. Now think মানে understand how difficult it is going to be. Out of the 40 players, we have our eyes set on 10 players. All 4 of us are going to buy. And then the real battle actually begins যে next 30 টাকে কিভাবে ওই টিমে আমরা কম্বাইন করব। ওই গ্রিন লিংকটা, ওই গ্রিন প্যাচটা, ওই কম্বিনেশনটা, ওই ইয়াপি ইয়াপোটা কিভাবে আমরা বিল্ড করব। Point to be noted, I'm trying to build a yapi yapo here.
Oh.
Anyways, yes, please, AK Mahadi Ajaira Akam Mahadi Limited. I want to take questions from them.
Speaking of Yapi Yapo, what do you have to say about the Mahdi Norit combo? Everyone sees them as a threat when they play as Lamb and Ram respectively because the Yapi Yapo is unstoppable. Also, if you add Cholok and Shafi to the equation, they become the most threatening attack in the history of Weekend Brawl. Are you planning to buy Norid and Mahdi together for the Yapi Yapo? Or are you planning to separate these Yapi Yapo brothers from creating a chaos in the Super September Weekend Brawl?
See, I'll be very honest. Buying these 3 together is going to be a dream because I know one of my someone revealed yesterday that how badly he might think that আমরা এটাকে bluff হিসেবে নিতে পারি, but I definitely knows he is going to buy one of the players from there. He is definitely going to buy one of the players from there. I'm gonna definitely buy one of the players from there. And তুমি যখন একে মা দিয়ে ওই দুজনের একজনের সাথেই চলে আসবে, it's a 2 plus 2, it's a 3, it's a synergy. And I'm sure there will be 2 other captains who won't let that happen. So my prediction is 3 of them are not playing in the same team. Even if I try to, I can't make that happen. That will not be the case here in this weekend brawl. But yes,
so much.
absolutely rightfully said so. When these 3, then 3, 1 plus 1 plus 3 will be 5 if these 3 are together. I want to take questions from Sexy's Power. He has been raising hands for quite a while. Or he's just enjoying the press conference.
Hi,
I'm not
hi,
sure.
hi, I'm back. Wait. Am I supposed to ask a question? Maybe I didn't even raise my hand.
You did like when I was 2 questions back. Then go back. I will take questions from Radio Mudra.
All right. So, hi. I'm gonna get right into the business and ask a really important question. Except for your fellow captains, because I know you'd play safe and answer one of them. But who do you think is the most overrated player in the weekend brawl? And no, you can't mention Siam because that would be an answer for you to be jokingly.
So মানে আমাদের ইয়েদের মধ্যে মানে 4টা ক্যাপ্টেন বাদে, রাইট? মানে টোটাল উইকেন্ড বলের ইয়ে থেকে।
Except for the four captains and Siam, and not a joke answer.
I think it's the easiest answer. It's the easiest answer. I mean, you all could guess the answer. Shikdar.
You can.
I mean, come on. It's Shikdar. For what reason, I don't know, that player goes to 400, 500 and last week 600. Like, for what? For complaining, bhai lag hocchilo for the right 610. For complaining, bhai আমার lag hocchilo. That is overrated to me. Yeah.
Okay. Not satisfied
Do
with that answer, but thanks.
welcome.
This is in from Rohan's rumor mills that you're actually so our sources say that Shikdar has underhandedly come to you and expressed interest in playing for your team. You have apparently given him some screenshots in context to this. We do not know the contents of these screenshots. Can you be honest about the ongoings of this incident, or are you going to be sly and underhanded as people claim you to be?
The player, okay, fine. Let me be honest, since that's the USP I try to bring in. I of course wanted him because আমি যে tournament জিতেছিলাম. Yeah, my point is him being overrated is only because of price. I'm not justified. The price is not justified, but he's definitely a player I would want to bring in my team for only one or maybe two things. One thing is he can make the players play. He can make the players around him play. I would definitely like to take him on my team. And the second reason, which is why I really appreciate and respect him to be in my team, I would like to have him in my team because anybody can suggest and guide. এভাবে খেলো, তুমি এখানে যাও, তুমি ওখানে যাও, তুমি এটা করো না, তুমি ওইটা করো না. Everybody can suggest, but not everybody is right. I'm not saying he's always right, but he has a rational justification behind the plan. Rational justification that this is for the betterment of the team, and this is why the result will change if we try to implement this. And majority of the times I have seen his ideas have worked, so I appreciate that nature, but not his price tag. That's that.
But the question was that. But the question over here is
the context of the screenshot.
There were some screenshots that were shared. Could you
the context was the context was, it was self-explanatory in the screenshot. I was sharing with one of my ex-captains that I kind of wanted this player at this expense, at this price, but I do want to have this player because I felt this team might be needing that player. So yeah, that's the context of the screenshot.
That's from Rohan's rumor mills.
Apparently, okay. Rohan is hitting the right buttons today. I think weak leaks have some questions.
Okay. All right. So basically, you could say that. Give me a second.
Okay.
All right. So two crucial names that certainly comes across our mind for the best player of the weekend brawl are Jholok and Nafiz. One has never lost a weekend brawl, whereas the other played a crucial part in both of your weekend brawl victories as a captain. Are you going to play safe and go along with Jholok's skills and luck as well, or are you going to keep faith on your old general?
I was expecting this question, I'll be honest. I was genuinely expecting this question, excuse me. But I also came with a prepared answer. I will answer this on the day of auction. That was my answer. I will answer this on the day of auction.
Doesn't really clear the fact that I asked a question that are you favoring Jholok or Nafiz?
Like I said, I do not want to give away whom am I going to go for, but definitely one of them will be I will be aiming for. I mean, every captain's will be. So I'm sorry. This is the question I do not want to answer for the betterment of my team making.
All right.
Next question. Yes. Finally, I think Sex's Power has a question. Finally, he thought of something.
Yeah. All right. So Norit Khan is said to be one of your wishlist players, but he has a knack of being immature and sometimes even cannot be found during matches. He once even deleted the game because he was frustrated with a teammate. There are actually many examples of these tantrums. If he's in your team and you keep on losing games, how do you plan to deal with him?
He's not immature. He is just right. He's angry. He's aggressive, and sometimes I've seen he was immature. I mean, he still is. If we are playing friendly with a team, and if we are leading 3-0, he's gonna do some sombrero. He's gonna do some rainbow, which is unimportant. এই জিনিসটা সে আগে on a regular basis করতো, but he has like I think Shikilix once mentioned 2 weeks back that if someone has the মানে সবচেয়ে revolutionary change throughout the pro club during this pandemic, it was this guy. So definitely I very much agree to it, and এটার জন্য তার প্রাইস 100 120 80 থেকে একবারে 610 এ চলে গেছে, because he has shown that change in himself. And আমি কেন বলছি এটা aggressive, because ও actually immature না, ও actually বেয়াদব, আর এই বেয়াদবিটা লাগে যখন team starts playing shit. And I will back this up by saying there was this one match, I mean I don't remember, ওদের টিম 8 জন ভার্সেস 5 জনের এগেইনস্টে খেলতেছিল, ওদের টিম বালসাল খেলতেছিল, and then he said, guys আমি জানি তোমরা বড়, but shut the fuck up. And that is exactly when that team either won or drew the match, and I think ended up winning the brawl. So that was when he stole the thunder, that yeah, he needs to be in a team if the team needs to be on the right direction.
Okay, so let's take a
Very
few
nice.
questions from the viewers section. So one of the star reporters, Zubrizio Amano, according to reports from Zubrizio Amano, Jolok will be in Labib's pocket. Do you think this is right? Can
No.
Labib be
No.
a player to stop Jolok?
No.
So
No.
you're underestimating Labib. I see.
I am not underestimating Labib. He has not even he has not reached to the point where he can pocket Jolok. Few players who can actually pocket him is the reporter himself.
Zubrizio Aman. All right. Oh, so there's another question from one of our
Sorry,
other.
Labib. Love you.
There's one more question from one of our other viewers. Zarir Fayaz Alam. Will Sadnan bro give me a Realme 6 to be a
Bro.
top performer? Sorry, you're still here.
To a top.
Sorry, you're still here.
If he is playing for my team, and if he makes me win the tournament, I think I'll get him a voucher of
Guys,
2, 3,
you
4K.
you heard it here first. Sadnan Shihab is going to give Realme 6
Voucher,
to anyone
voucher,
who is going to
voucher.
make his team
I said
win.
voucher.
So you heard it
Voucher.
here first.
Voucher. I said 3, 4, 5K voucher. Voucher.
Okay. So let's have questions again.
I think I have a question from Radio Munna. I'll take question from Radio Munna.
All right. I'm trying to ask very non-controversial questions today because I just got this promotion, so I'd like to keep it.
You might be demoted.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir.
Who are
Sorry.
your 3 value picks? Price for quality, and from all of the 10 weekend brawls we've played, 3 value picks.
Value picks.
Yes.
All right. Value for money. Value for money. Zarir Alam, that guy. Zari Fayaz Alamgir. Definitely. No matter how much you pay, he's going to play what the money. No, not Sam. Then I think I need to think. Then everything. Samir Mubin, and I'll tell. And it's interesting because he has always been sold at 50 to 60, and that kid always scores. Surprise package, but I like it. And oh yes, I appreciate Zahin. Yes, he's always a value for money.
Those were very good picks. Thank you.
Thanks. Next question, if I have any. Okay, Shiki Leaks has a question.
Okay. So my question for Mr. Sadnan is, you, Mr. Sadnan, are an excellent defensive player. However, many have questioned your offensive gameplay, mainly while playing striker. Rohan Khan once boldly said, "Lokta korteseta ki oikhane bal chhittese upore," while seeing you play as a striker. Our sources
This
say that this time around you're looking to prove a point, and so you've decided to play striker position and score more goals than Jholok has been alive for the number of years. What do you have to say for this? Are you really going to play in an offensive position?
it's always an option. First of all, this shouldn't come from a player যে একটা উইকেন্ড ব্রলে স্ট্রাইকার একটা ফান ম্যাচে স্ট্রাইকার খেলছে এবং তিনটা ওয়ান অন ওয়ান মিস করছে। দিস রিয়েলি শুডন্ট কাম ফ্রম আ প্লেয়ার অফ দ্যাট স্ট্যাচার। এনিওয়েজ, আমার ব্যাকলাইনে যদি সাইম সাজিদ থাকে, ক্যাটানেক থাকে, তারপরে আরো দুই চারটা নাম আছে, এরা যদি থাকে, রোহান খান থাকে হিমসেলফ, যদি এব্রাত থাকে, তাহলে আই ডোন্ট মাইন্ড গোয়িং ফরওয়ার্ড, বিকজ আমি জানি আমি গোল তো আর টুর্নামেন্টে খাচ্ছি না, তুই একটা বের করাই যাবে, আমি না করলেও আশেপাশে কেউ উইল স্কোর। So
So,
might be an option.
I am to understand that your team has the risk, as many people say, the risk of seeing you playing as striker.
Might be.
Okay. Okay. That was my question. Thank you. And others, do you have any questions?
Do I have any more questions? There is a question from Ajaira Media Limited.
Who do you think is the best defensive pair? Taha Labib, Ibrat Sadaf, or Shiki Zahin?
This is a very good question. Taha Labib, Sadaf, Ebrat, right? আরেকটা কি?
Shiki Zahin
Shikdar
and Zahin.
and
brother Shiki Bhai.
This is a fantastic question. এটা অ্যাকচুয়ালি পজিশন ওয়াইজ যদি আমি দেখি, আমি যদি চিন্তা করি দুইজনকে আমি ডিএমএ দ্বারা করাচ্ছি, তাহলে আই থিঙ্ক দ্য বেস্ট পেয়ার উড বি সাদাফ এব্রাতে, প্রবলেম দুজনই নিচেই থাকবে। আই থিঙ্ক আই উইল গো উইথ তাহা লাবিব। তাহা লাবিব, of course.
Thank you for your
I'll definitely
answers.
go.
Okay. We have another question from the. We have another. Okay. So let's take Radio Muna's question first, I think, and then
please
the
Radio Muna.
best flop of the SSWB. Who do you think it will be? Player.
Coming week,
Yeah.
Mustafizul Bari, because he said he'll be playing Lamb.
Sexist power is smirking. Why is sexist power smirking?
I don't want to release my feelings over here. They are personal feelings, you know.
So yeah,
But I do have a question if you would like to answer.
please.
Okay. So when the transfer windows are open and a player is not satisfied with your team and wants to leave your team, how do you wish to keep that certain player?
There's no point. There's no point of keeping him. You can never get hold of players, because if I somehow manage or convince him, let's say maybe a match show up korbe na, there's a threat, and দেখা গেল show up করলো, he will not be giving his 100%. So I rather have a player who will be willing to play for me and not just be forced or compelled to play under me. So I would be very comfortable.
But don't you think like having a player like Asif Rahman Jholok or player like Norit Khan can change the game if you can just convince them to stay in your team?
See, you also have to remember that he might not have lost any weekend brawl, but there was never 4 teams in the past. So this is going to be the first time ever. There were never 40 players. So not necessarily he's going to be the best player, or he might be ending up in the winning team. So if I am trading Asif Ping Jholok, I am definitely getting a player of his stature, and I don't mind that. And I absolutely don't mind that. So that is my answer. When I'm letting him go, I'm definitely getting someone as good as him in return. So why not?
A question from Weekly's journalist Labib Afsar Ahmed. Does Mr. Sadnan think the record rate of 720 will be broken this time around?
Yes, it will be broken. Absolutely.
So
Follow-up.
following to that,
Yeah.
follow-up question would be that who do you think is going to be the person who's going to break this?
Who will break this bid, or মানে কার জন্য আচ্ছা
who's going to be the player?
Both.
Who's going to be the
আচ্ছা
player?
both
and
হবে,
who would be doing it?
কে করবে আমি জানি না, বাট ঝলক, and Tamkin, and definitely নাফিস। এই তিনজনের মধ্যে দুইজনের জন্য বেট এটার বেশি হবে। So that's that.
Okay, so
কে করবে that only time will tell.
we have another question from I think Zarir Fayaz Alongir is Radio Munna's journalist. So we have another question from Radio Munna journalist. Mr. Sadnan, who are the top 5 game changers according to you?
Taha, um, Jholok, of course, Shafi, Nafis, Tamkin. I want to mention another. I genuinely want to mention another. Actually, I want to mention two more because I mean fifth number is sure na. It's a tie for me for the fifth number. Two others are Saim Sajid, Zarifaz Alamgir. Saim Sajid is having a bad patch for a week or two, but when he comes back, he's going to own his place. I know. And Zarifaz Alamgir, I have never played a weekend ball with him yet, but I've seen him playing against me. So he's definitely if not a game changer, he makes the game around him change. So yeah, I'm not like Bartomeu. Fuck you.
So
Yeah,
this,
I think
these were the questions from Radio Munna's journalists. Now a question from Radio Munna themselves.
All right. So, this is a question regarding the auction. Do you think this will be an inflated prize bidding auction like it's been for the past couple of weekend brawls? People going for an insanely high amount of money, or
Yes.
do you think? Yes.
Yes. Of
And
course.
would you like it to be like that, or would you like it to be more conservative?
How would I like it? I would definitely like it more conservative because that is when you can actually have a more plan and more execution, more space for execution. But ekhane actually we're gonna run for a very few number of players like so bad, there will be no room for creativity at the end of the day. So it's gonna be an inflated war definitely.
And adding to that, do you think an absolute lunatic like Rubab Al Islam Sami will just come to disrupt the whole auction and bid for random people at random prices just
Never,
to disrupt your
never.
gameplay?
The only person who's going to be conservative during the auction will be Rubab Al Islam Sami because I'm sure he's going to. তোমরা একটা কোয়েশ্চেন করছিল না who's going to break the bank? কে করবে জানি না, বাট রুবাব আল ইসলাম সামি করবে না, এতটুকু আমি জানি। So yes, he will be very cautious with his approach.
Thank you for the answer.
Yes. Do I have any other questions? I guess I've answered. Oh, there is always questions with Shiki Leaks Limited.
Okay, just give me one moment.
Sure.
So, rumor has it that you already got hands on Mr. Sadaf's targets and tactics through some insider gootee. However, due to all the new Aussie mates additions, don't you think Mr. Sadaf will have the upper hand?
No. I've closely monitored each and every player last weekend, except one. There is a new addition. I think the name is with some Tasinul something. Tasinul Bhai, sorry. Tasin Alam. I don't know him, but I will have my sources to let me know about him. I like that question. Acha. So I have very closely monitored each and every player, and I'm sure I'm going to give him a good run of money for those players.
So, don't you think it's going to be better for your team? Because since there are server errors and everything, don't you think it's going to be better for your team if you take no Australian players at all? What do you think? Is Sadaf Bhai planning to make Lal Genda Fool completely his team? A team that he's comfortable playing with, a team that has won multiple Division 1 titles. Are you going to be one of those person who's going to think like, no, let's just leave these Aussies aside and let me build my players with my team?
No, there will be matches. There will be matches where he'll send me the invites, and when he does, no matter how good my players are, we will concede because there will be button delay. So I rather have the balance. আমরা দেখেছি last weekend league বাটন ডিল আমরাও খেয়েছি when there was a balance of Aussie and Desi server. So, but eventually it gets better after like 30-40 minutes. So I rather take that risk rather than going total 90 minutes plus 30 probable with একটা মানে ব্যাক সিটেড অবস্থায়। হ্যাঁ, of course হোম গেমে আমার আবার ফ্রন্ট ফুট থাকবে, but why take the chance?
So we have another question from Zubrizio Amano. So he says Jholok won't be in the winning team this time, although that he's won every single weekend brawl there is. What do you have to say for this?
Bro, he might be, because what if I buy both of you?
Oh,
But
Realistically, is that
this-
possible? Is that realistically possible? Taha,
why not? Why not? Of course it is possible.
because
course
you have
it is
like a
possible.
credit, you because you need to buy like 10 players and you have only a credit of
Sure.
2000.
Sure.
You're sure?
I'm like
Okay.
sure I'm saying I'll have to make a team out of
your team
2000.
is definitely going to consist of Taha and Jholok. Where's my pen?
And there's there's another thing আমি একটা জিনিস অ্যাকচুয়ালি বলেছিলাম যে আগে কখনো 4টা টিম হয় নাই, আগে কখনো 40 প্লেয়ার্স হয় নাই। তো ও যে এবার বেস্ট প্লেয়ার হবে বা ওর টিম যে জিতবে এটা নেসেসারি না, বাট হি মাইট ইফ বোথ অফ ইউ প্লে টুগেদার। হ্যাঁ, আই থিংক দেয়ার ইজ আ কোয়েশ্চন ফ্রম উইকলিক্স।
all right. So hype a player for the whole week and sell him to the others so that I can get my main targets. A quote famously made by you after you won Weekend Brawl 4. You did it with Rubal Sami, where you hyped him for the whole week, and to everyone's surprise, you didn't even go beyond 100 for him. Zahin Farhan Sajjad, a respected member of our community, has called these ways of yours lowly and underhanded, but a few even support your mind games. What do you have to say about this? Do you think it is underhanded or everything is fair in love, war, and the Weekend Brawl?
Everything is fair in love, absolutely. War, we can roll, definitely. So যেটা বলতে চাচ্ছিলাম আমি যে see, I might have my favorite players. See, if my team already has few good strikers and I do not have a space for Jholok, rather I might want to have a better defender or a midfielder, I will actually go for it. I will have my favorite players. I have favoritism. I sometimes do go for favoritism, but আমি মনে করি my team is more important rather than my personal choice. So yes, I did hype Rubab Al Islam Sami. If I didn't get a few other players beginning in the beginning process, I would have still gotten him in my team, but my team was complete. So why not? Someone else needs him, hike up his price. কিন্তু however এটা সবসময় কাজ করে না, there will be smarter captains than me. এখানে ধ্রুব, সাদাফ, রুবাব আর all smarter than me. সো ওরা এটা হবে না। ইনফ্যাক্ট আমি নিজেও ভয়ে আছি, জেনুইনলি ভয়ে আছি যে আমাকে ওরা ধরায় দিবে 2-4টা। সো দ্যাটস দ্যাট।
I have a follow-up question to this. Who do you think are these dui chatta people? Who do you think you just said dui chatta? Who are these people?
শিকদার, সাইম সাজিদ, দুইটাই বলে ফেলছি। আচ্ছা, আর বাকি দুইটা আসতেছে না মাথায়, মানে it was just a figure of speech.
Okay.
Safe answer.
I think Ruba.
আরেকটা আছে, রোহান খান।
Rumor mill Rohan.
রোহান।
Okay, so I think we have time for 2 more questions, guys. So if you would raise your hands.
Ajay Ramadi and Radio Munna, and that will be it for today.
So first question.
Can we get an idea about a dream team? Just a dream team, not the ones you want to buy. Just the dream team.
Sure, why
I
not?
think the dream team is the ones to buy.
Sure, I'll tell you. There are few positions I would like to have. Striker will be Jholok, Lamb will be Nafis, Cam will be Shafi, Ram will be Zarir, DM will be Taha. Actually, Zarir / Norid. DM will be Taha, and who's the other? Oh, আমি DM এ থাকবো। আর লেফট ব্যাক, রাইট ব্যাকে রাশাদ আর ক্যাটারনেক। Dream team.
Fullback, yeah, CBs.
CBs I haven't really thought about.
All right, so we do have an idea about your starting 8 right now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's a dream, by the way. But
Yeah, dream team. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So this is something that
The
happens
last question for the
across.
day, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what happens. Like this is something that happens across all sorts of games. That a player's valuation is
Hmm.
hyped not just because of how they play, but also because how much they're hyped around them.
Sorry, Ruba, if you can repeat the question. I was actually reading the comment over
So
there.
yeah, no worries. So I'm saying that a lot of the time some players, like basically it's the same thing as being called overrated. That
Hmm.
it's the hype around them.
Hmm.
I have two parts of this question. Number one, throughout all of the weekend brawls that have happened, I've seen you being let off at a really low price, but I think you're a
Hmm.
fantastic player. Like
Thank you.
easily in the upper side of 200s.
No,
But
that's
I've,
exaggerated. Hmm.
but no, I don't think so. But I've never you yourself validate that notion, and I feel that is the confidence that keeps other players from believing that okay, nobody believes that he's on the upper side of 200. Maybe he isn't. Do you think this happens often in the weekend brawl? Because I believe a lot of the prices are underpriced and some are overpriced, such as yourself.
Rubab, it is sometimes true and sometimes not because আমাদের কিছু কিছু উইকেন্ড বলে একটা প্রবলেম হয়ে যায় যে উই আর লিমিটেড যে আমাদের এই কয়টা প্লেয়ার্সই কিনতে পারবো এন্ড অপোজিশনটা বুলশিট বিডিং করেও ভালো প্লেয়ার্স পেয়ে যায় সো এইটার জন্য অনেক সময় ইউ লেট গো ইউ কান্ট ইভেন বিড ফর প্লেয়ার্স ইউ রিয়েলি ওয়ান্ট টু হ্যাভ 100 150 তুমি অনেক সময় প্লেয়ার্স চাও বাট ইউ অ্যাকচুয়ালি কান্ট বিড বিকজ তোমাকে লিমিট করে দিয়েছে ওই 60টার বেশি কিনতে পারবা না যদি এটা এমন হইতো যে না 10 vs 7 করাও পসিবল তাহলে মেবি ওখানে দে উড হ্যাভ গন ফরওয়ার্ড অ্যান্ড অ্যাবাউট মাই পার্ট ইফ ইউ আস্ক মি পার্সোনালি আমি জেনুইনলি বিলিভ করি যে দেখো সি when I started, I deserved 20, and then I deserved 30, and then I deserve 50. So there has been a gradual shift. Okay, people, you're true that I'm not very vocal about it, but without being vocal, the prices has gone up. I mean, last week 100 থেকে এবার 150 তে গেছি. So maybe if I perform well, then I'll not be the captain. Maybe I'll go to 180 and someday 200. So it's a long journey. I'm far behind. আমি শুরুতেই বলছিলাম আজকের actually press conference যে I'm far behind from the players who already play. I'm close, but I'll reach there soon. I'll reach there soon, sooner than later. Yeah, that's my point.
Nice.
And I think there was another question.
I think I
No.
think we can end off with one of the questions from the comments.
Who do you
Do you
think
have
will be
something to say,
the?
Sadnan bhai?
No,
If you have
I will have to. I'll say this after I answer that question. Actually,
all right, all right, all right, all right.
who do you think
We
will
have
be the consistent performer for the cheapest price? Who do you think will be? All right. There are 40
PG-13,
players.
PG-13.
There are actually 40 players to think of. কম দামে কে ভাই কম দামে আসলে কেউই নাই রাজ্য he will be the surprise package this weekend bro. I'm giving this to you written down in the paper. He will be the surprise package of this weekend bro.
Following up to that question, who do you think is going to be the most consistent performer regardless of the price?
The better players, the stars of the weekend bro.
I was looking for a specific name or specific
I won't
one
give
or two
you. I
names.
won't give you.
If you want
You have
good
heard my dream
answer,
team.
yeah, Mr. If you want good answers, you should be a little more professional and sit down and not pose girl.
All right.
Okay.
So I think today we have reached the end of the press conference. I think it was fun. It was engaging. I hope you guys enjoyed, the viewers as well as the media team. I'm only gonna say, guys, best of luck. Enjoy the weekend brawl. পারলে খেলো যারা পারছো না এখনো ইন ডাউনে আমাদের এখনো দুইটা স্পট খালি আছে winner gets fucking FIFA 21. I mean, not all the winners. Best two players gets FIFA 21. So don't miss these chances. Don't miss
Yes,
this chance
guys.
actually.
So once again, to hype this up, So to end, আমিও কয়েকটা words বলি. The weekend brawl means obviously a great deal to us because একটা জিনিস consistently 10 weeks ধরে চলা is not a really small thing to do. Please, for fuck's sake, Sam, sit straight.
আরে পিঠ ব্যথা
চেলসি ফ্যান তো
করতেছে।
সবাই শুয়ে পড়ে।
ভাই পিঠ ব্যথা করতেছে।
Okay.
Just like their ex-captain.
Anywho, so for 10 weeks একটা জিনিস হওয়া, it's actually a very big deal, and we've made it to Super September Weekend Brawl. So not only the purpose of this is not only যে just আমরা লাস্টে গিয়ে FIFA পাবো, but it's about the whole community building. আমরা এখানে যারা it's super to see যে রুবা ভাই যখন ফার্স্ট এসে বলছিল আইডিয়াটা যে why don't we do something like Super September Weekend Brawl, মানে একটা বড় করে এক মাস ব্যাপী একটা জিনিস করি, and we planned it out. Like I had some আমি skeptical ছিলাম জিনিসটা নিয়ে যে লাইক কয়েকজন তো আমরা সবসময় এঙ্গেজ করি, but will everyone engage? And মানে to my surprise, and I'm sure to many of our surprises, people like রোহান খান যারা introverts, নরিদ যারা ক্যামেরার সামনে আসতে ভয় পায়, একে মাহাদি যে কখনোই মানে doesn't speak up এরকম করে, everyone is speaking up. তাহা এখন রিপোর্টার হয়ে গেছে, জুবরিজিও আমানো, ঠিক আছে? Everyone's asking questions, everyone's engaging, and this is absolutely fantastic, guys. This was the core purpose of this community building, keeping up the good spirit, being not just the best player on the pitch, but the best person out of it as well. Man, engaging in this community, that was the purpose of the Super September Weekend Brawl. And so far, alhamdulillah, খুব ভালো মতন যাচ্ছে. We hope all pura month throughout tumra, you know, by the way, let me just tell you, it's not just the management যারা পোস্ট করতে পারবে or পোস্ট করতে যাবে. If you have any এই যে রোহান rumor mills থেকে যেগুলো আসতেছে, rumor mill রোহান থেকে যেগুলো আসতেছে, you can just basically post them on the page, whatever you want. If you want to make a content, if you want to create মানে not rumor, weak leaks বা রেডিও মুন্না থেকে মাঝে মধ্যে ইয়েলো জার্নালিজম আছে, so তোমরা যদি ওদের পেজের হয়ে if you want to, you know, put up some rumors out there, be our guests. খুব মানে নিজের মনে করে just keep on doing it. So far so good. Thank you so much everyone for tuning in. If anyone would have anything to say, আর যদি না থাকে, then we'll end it right here. Maybe Ruba bhai, few last words.
No, I think you covered our bases, and I don't think we really need to encourage anybody to be engaging because everything is happening organically.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
ভাই আপনারা সবাই এখন একটু খেলতে আসেন না, অনেক হইছে।
হ্যাঁ ভাই আমার হাত চুলকাইতেছে, চল প্লিজ পার্টি কল তাড়াতাড়ি
All
পার্টি
right,
কল।
guys.
আসতেছি।
I'm on it.
See you
Okay.
guys, by the way, tomorrow we have one of our biggest interviews as well. Rubab Al Islam Sami has agreed to be on the interview for a press conference tomorrow. Tune in.
Also, I'd like to add that I don't know if Norid is watching because I don't know if he's tuned in, but this is obviously not Norid, but he looks a lot like him. But yesterday, Norid, your question was asked to Mustabin Al-Drubo about that final clincher, that he did a rainbow instead
Yeah.
of giving that final pass. He obviously
He was not ashamed.
he obviously are not ashamed of that.
And he wants to
but
buy you
he
as well.
did say that he really wants you on his team.
Wait, let me highlight his face.
We will work on it. We will work on it. It's all about team gameplay. And as Sadnan bhai said, we can still work it out. And he said my voice works out pretty good with everyone. So I think I will speak up and make the captain play if I'm playing in this team.
Oh, that's a good
Hopefully,
answer.
If
Just don't
Norid
make
Khan is
him a
playing in
lamb.
this team.
just
All
make
right,
sure he's
guys.
not the lamb. All right guys, bye.
That's it for
Bye-bye.
tonight. Spin the
Thank
wheel
you,
for
everyone.
Realme 6. Goodbye, everyone. This
Bye.
has been your Super September
Bye-bye.
Weekend Brawl. Bye bye.
Bye.
সবাই খেলতে আসো।